Hi, I'm Ben Crawley, and this is the Share My Care Resident Patient and MDT Workflow Tracker that was built with Bexley Health. The key part of this process is to kick off the patient entry or the patient discharge. So here by clicking this button, we can kick off the process and enter the details of the patient. So here we can put in the patient's name, their date of birth, for example, and their NHS number. When we continue through the form, we can collect the emergency contact details. We can also put in their discharge or admission details. So here we collect their date of discharge or admission, their address, we can copy that information to their post-discharge if that hasn't changed, and also which pre and post home or facility that they were attached to. As we guide through the wizard, we can ask have they been tested for COVID, and then that can drive the question set from that, yes or no. If they haven't been tested, then have they got symptoms, and then what are the symptoms? So we can select that and continue through. We can also upload any documentation such as the admission forms. Once that's been done, that will create a record for that particular patient in which we can see here. So that's collected all the details, and also we can see where in the process that they are. That's issued a task now to the triage team. So someone in that triage team, they can go to their task list and pick up that task to do the triage for that particular resident or patient. So as someone in the triage team, I pick that up, I can perform the assessment, and here I can say what pathway do they need, in this case pathway 3, what's the care setting, nursing home care, do they need follow-up required, and what's their care plan. So we can upload that detail, and what's the assessment they need, social care and or community care. So I'm just going to say social care assessment is needed. Once we complete that task, then someone from the social care team can go to their task list and they can perform that assessment. So they can pick that up, and here we can say the assessment's been completed. What's the assessment result? So we can upload that documentation, the type of care needed, and then as part of the Care Act, we can ask the questions and the results from those that need to be asked. So here I can say, for example, do they have, are they able to eat and drink? What's the impact? Well, that's no impact. Whereas, are they able to go to toilets? No, they're not able to. That has significant impact. So we can go through and ask those questions as part of that assessment on that particular patient. So just for the demo, I'm just going to fill those in to progress forward. And then once we've done that, we can then provide the social care assessments that need to be done ongoing. So here we open that task. We can say, is further care needed? Yes. What's the care plan that we need to provide? Provide any further details. I can also assign a caregiver. So in this case, Sonia is going to be our caregiver, and she's going to first check in next week. So once I've done that, that will actually issue a task to Sonia as a caregiver, which she can access on her mobile. So as she's providing care, and maybe she's at the care home, she can now pick up that task on her mobile, and while she's with the patient, she's got full access to the patient's record that she can get on her mobile device. She can also provide commentary using dictation features. For example, I'm with Josh doing his check-in and everything seems to be okay. So once we provide that comments, we can say, do we need to schedule another check-in? No. And end of care, everything is okay, for example. Once we complete that check-in, that completes the task on the mobile. And if we go back to the patient's record, we can see the process is now complete, and the details that we have collected in terms of the tasks that are completed, and also any of the information we've collected as part of that social care assessment, and the care plan that was provided, as well as the check-ins that we've done as an audit trail through the mobile. Another key bit is that information that we collect, such as staff check-ins or facility check-ins. We can change the pressure of and status. So for example, with the current lockdown, we may be going to extreme pressure. We can change the staffing levels and the PPE levels. That can be updated in the system. And all this information can be rolled up into reports to see, for example, what are my care homes and the pressure they're under? What is my staffing levels in terms of who's checked in? And also what is my supply levels at each of the homes within a particular care home or over a particular federation, for example. So that was a quick tour, and I hope you enjoy.